Good morning. Good morning. Come on in. Good morning to everyone. Good morning. I'm so happy to have you here with me this morning. I hope everyone is having a wonderful start to your weekend. Happy Father's Day to all our fathers out there. I hope a lot of nice, wonderful things happen to you this weekend and that you are blessed. Thank you so much. Well, again, welcome to Build Your Best Life with Deborah D. Smith. My platform is designed to assist high school age and young adult males as they follow my basic principles to overcome obstacles from their personal lives and all those things that society throws their way in order to build their best lives. I believe it is better to train early rather than to fix later. So that is my commitment. That the reason I'm here this morning. This month, we are celebrating Boys to Men Month, and it is just to celebrate our boys, our men, and I have celebrated a couple in the last couple of weeks. So if you still have time. If you have someone that you want to celebrate, send me their information, and I will be glad to post it on my website. This morning, I'm going to be talking about something that I think will help everyone that is listening or listens to this video later, and that is see yourself better in 6 steps. See yourself better in 6 steps. So this is for everyone. Get your pad and your pen ready. Get ready to take notes. Please interact with me. Send those comments my way. Let's have some interaction. Let me know what you're thinking as we go through these 6 steps this morning. See yourself better in 6 steps. You know, you are essential to your life. Your name is key to who you are. Effective communication can be insightful. Associations are a critical building material in your life. You need to always keep your word, and it is important to stay on course. So these are some of the things that I'm going to be talking about this morning. First off, my first C, my first point is care about yourself. Care about yourself. I cannot say that enough. You know, a lot of people get in their minds, I've got to take care of this person and that person. I got to make sure that they are getting what they need. And that's what you put as your priority. But if you are not your best self, you cannot ensure that you're going to be able to help those other people. So it is so very important that you care for yourself first and foremost. Good morning, Miss Tony. Thank you for tuning in. You have to take care of yourself, and that is your whole self, your mind, your body. You know, you have to do those things that keep your mind fresh. You know, when you're young, you can remember things like that, but as you get older, it may take you longer to recall or whatever, but you have to keep your mind focused and keep it moving. And that's the same way as your joints. If you sit all the time, you don't move, your joints get stiff. If you don't use your brain, it doesn't focus as well, and you can't recall things as quickly. You don't focus, remember. So you have to use your brain read, do puzzles. They have apps that'll help you with brain exercises. But do everything that you can to keep that brain working and moving. Helping your children and grandchildren with their homework, that's enough to stimulate the brain. But whatever it is to keep it focused, you need to do that. Your body, you only have one body. If something happens to this, there is no more you. There is only one body. So you have to take care of it. That means you need to get enough rest. You need to drink plenty, and I say plenty of water. You need to exercise. You need to eat the right foods. You know, I know we're all guilty. We love sweets, most of us. We love sodas. I'm a Dr. Pepper fan. And when I was on my weight loss journey, I found out that sugar is addictive. I didn't know that sugar was addicting. You know, it's just like a drug. You know, and that's why sometimes, you know, you may sweeten something and one person will say, oh, this is so it's too sweet. And somebody else will like say, what are you talking about? It's not sweet at all. Because the more sugar we intake, the more sugar we crave. And so that's why we have to be careful with sweets, because they are addicting. But, you know, if you want something and you don't get it, you're going to continue to crave it. So I'm not saying, you know, don't eat sweets or whatever, but find out the rules surrounding fruits. Like, you know, people always say, well, fruit is healthy. I'm gonna skip breakfast and I'm gonna get some fruit. That's not good to have fruit first thing in the morning. And it is also certain fruits have lots of sugar in them, so not all fruit is even good for us. Like some of my favorite fruits are not really good for you, like mangoes, for example. They contain a lot of sugar. Pineapple contains a lot of sugar. But if you're going to eat fruit, you don't do it first thing in the morning. But these are just some of the things to take care of your mind and your body. But you have to remember that, you know, when you eat beef stays with us for a long time. It takes a while to digest beef. So not that beef is not good for us, but it takes a while to digest. So, you know, that's why some people go vegetarian sometimes or avoid beef. So, you know, I don't eat beef. So you just have to redo your own research. And I'm not, you know, trying to sell anybody on any diet or anything. You don't even have to go on a diet, but it is important to watch what we eat. And just remember, exercise, drink plenty of water, and do mind exercises. And remember, sugar is addicting. But care for yourself first and foremost. Get those affirmations. You want to have a positive mindset as well. So not only do you want that mind focused and working, you want to have a positive mindset, because we are what we think. So if you are always around negative people, if you're always talking negative, always seeing the bad in whatever situation, you have a negative mindset. So everything is always tends to be negative. So we don't want to do that. We want to have a positive mindset. Be around positive people, people that are going in the same direction you are. Think positive, speak positive. So those types of things help. So the first C is care about yourself. Care about yourself. And we are talking about see yourself better in 6 steps. So that first C is care about yourself. Okay, our second C is credibility. Credibility. Now, credibility is that quality of being trusted or someone believing in you. So if you don't have good credibility, a lot of times you don't have anything. For our younger people, you know, you have not lived probably a long time. You have not lived a long time. You have not had to really have someone really put their trust in you. So the only thing you have maybe is your name. So your name is very, very important, and you want to protect that name. But as you get older, you know, more people will ask you to do things. You will tell people you will do things. And then if you tell somebody you're going to do something, you need to stick with that. That's part of your credibility. Can you be trusted? So if I say, okay, the second Sunday in October, sure, I'll be glad to do that for you. I'll take over as legs facilitator for you. I need to write that down. I need to keep up with it. I need to touch bases back with you, but hopefully you'll touch base back with me as well to say, okay, you know, just, you know, at least a month out. Okay, just checking back with you. Are you still able to do this for me? Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, well, you don't call them up the day of and say, whoops, well, you know what? I forgot. I have to go over and take my grandson, blah, 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 blah. No, you don't do that. That you're breaking your credibility. You're making yourself out of a liar. You can't be trusted because this person asked you months ahead of time. They followed up with you. You don't wait until the day of and then say, no, I cannot do that. It's the same way if you have, hopefully you have multiple friends. And so one friend that you haven't heard from in a while, they call you up, y'all talk, and, you know, they tell you that they're going through something and they need you to take them to a doctor's appointment on Monday. Excuse me. And you say, okay, no problem. What time is your appointment? It's at 10. Okay, I'll pick you up at 9, no problem. In the meantime, another friend hits you up. What's up? Y'all hang together all the time. Let's have brunch Monday. Okay, no problem. Oh, then you in your mind, you remember, I promised my other friend that I was going to take them to a doctor's appointment. Now, what do? Do you now call that friend back and say, hey, I can't take you? Do you say to your friend that just called you, hey, I would love to have brunch, but I have a previous commitment. Can we do lunch maybe, or do brunch another day? What do you do? Now, if it wasn't a doctor's appointment, you know, if they were, you were having brunch with them, and this person, you talk to them all the time, but they're going to just be in town for one day, you may be able to call the first one and explain that and ask them, can they switch or whatever, have lunch, or can you do brunch another day? But you don't just forget about the first person because you rather spend time with the second person. You're saying, I can't be trusted. I'm not a person of my word. And so then people will kind of shy away from you. When you want to do something for them or you want to spend time with them, they won't be bothered. And if they can't trust you with smaller issues, they will definitely not be able to trust you with larger things. But your word is important, very, very important. You must keep your word. You might say, if you're younger, that's no big deal. Yes, it is a big deal. When you go to put in for jobs, you never know who that person will contact. They go on your social media. Somebody might be dogging you out on social media because you did that to them. Or they may call a previous employer and say, well, this is not a person that really has good credibility because they will volunteer for different special assignments and then cancel at the last minute. They will volunteer to facilitate staff meetings. We take turns, and then the day before they'll say, oh, I don't really want to do it. So it is important. I don't care what age you are, your credibility really, really matters. So you want to always keep your word, always be honest, and build that credibility. You want that credibility to get stronger and stronger. Your credibility is actually connected to your reputation. And, I have this saying, it takes 1 second to ruin a good reputation. 1 second. But it takes blood, sweat, tears, and years to build a good one or rebuild one. So you don't just get credibility like that. It's something that you work on, you build, you get stronger and stronger. People like, hey, I'm going to call Tony because I know if I call her and ask her something, if her calendar is clear and she says she's going to do it, I can depend on her. I don't have to get back with her. I don't have to worry about it. I'm confident she's got my back. Well, that's because she's built that credibility. But once she breaks it, it will take a while to get it back. It can be gone just like that. Because then you'll say, oh, don't call her because she'll tell you she'll do something and then she won't do it. That word will spread like wildfire. So it is easy to ruin your reputation or your credibility, but it takes a while to build it up. So that is another C that will help you to be better. So you want to keep that in mind. Okay, our next C is collaboration. Collaboration. What is that? That's working with someone to produce or create something. So in order to do that, that's something that you have to work with somebody else on. So it's another form of association. Association is big with me. That is one of my 5 building materials to help you build the best life. So your associations, those people around you, are very important. Well, your collaboration is just as important because you never know who you will need to work with. Whether it's church, school, on your job, you have to work with others. Most jobs, you are not able to work alone. Sometimes with customer service, that's just that one-on-one, but you still got to work with that customer. You got to get together. You got to click. The customer's always right. So that's an important relationship as well. So I don't care what situation is that you're working with. It's important how you handle it and work with other people. Now, you may be someone that, I really prefer to work by myself because I can work at my own pace. Nobody's going to, hold me down. If I need to work ahead because I have something else to do, I can do that. I don't, if we have assignments, I don't have to worry about the other piece not getting done. That might be your preference. However, you will be in situations again at work and at school, and you will especially find this when you get to college. They always have those team projects, and it's going to be 5 or 6 people on your team. And your grade depends upon you being able to work with that team. So it's great to, I'm going to say it's important. I said when taking care of your body, it's important to read, but it's always important to read because you learn, you can do self-development. But one book, types of book that you should read is how to get along with people, how to work in teams, how to work with difficult people. You may be that difficult person, or somebody else may be, but when you find out, it's like I said, especially when you're in college and you're working on those projects, there's going to be somebody that, say you're in an 8-week course, you get your project going that 2nd week, is somebody that's going to wait to the 4th week or the 5th week to show up and like, oh, I didn't know I was on your team. And they're going to get the same grade that everybody else does. So you got to figure out, what are you going to do about the situation? Are you going to step up, tell the professor, hey, this 5th week, we're almost done. We got this thing 90% complete. We don't think it's fair that this person just stepping up. Are you going to allow the person on your team? If so, you have to give them an assignment. You got to, You're at their mercy, because at this point, if they took that long to even engage with you, how long is it going to take them to get an assignment done? You'll get yourself in these type situations. I had one situation where I ended up doing the entire project by myself. It was, this person said, well, I thought I was on another team. This person, well, I got an issue with this. Well, this person, they were working. I think it was supposed to be 5 of us on the team. I ended up doing the entire project. So, was that a pleasant experience? No. Did the teacher make up for it? Yes. However, those are types of situations that you're going to come up with. So it's not always pleasant, and it's something that you have to do. So you have to learn how to do those things. So you also need to make sure that you're somebody that you're open, you're flexible. Things can't always go your way. We have to learn how to listen to others. When we are dealing with a lot of, with people, a lot of times we want to do all the talking. We don't want to listen. We have to listen. And when I say listen, that doesn't mean, yeah, I'm listening to you, but I'm over here just waiting for my turn, because I'm going to tell you how we really need to do it. They may have some brilliant ideas, but if you're not open, if you're a negative person, like we talked about before, you're not willing to listen, you're going to miss out. So you being bullheaded, you're not even open to hear what they have to say. You have to listen. And then, so if you truly listen, they'll tell you why they think this is a good idea. They will give you the background. And then if you have listened carefully to everything they said, and then if you see something in there that, hey, that won't work, you say, oh, I think that was a great idea. But I'm just wondering, I have one question. You don't say, oh, but this or that won't work. You say, well, I've listened very carefully, but I do have a question. Now, you said blah, blah, blah. How would that work, since now we're in COVID and we can't really, go out or whatever? And then they may say, oh, I got your point. I got your point. So can we shift this to keep some aspects of what I said, or do we need to think it'll work at all? But that's how you have to work with others. And you need to really learn that early, because it is important, and you will see it in all aspects of your life, even with your children in school. And you may get on the, I'm assuming they still call it PTA. I'm thinking about time off. PTA, Parent Teacher Association. So if you get on a Parent Teacher Association where everybody can't have the same role, somebody has to lead. You have to throw out ideas. They're going to want to do fundraisers, whatever. So even with your children, you have to do that. When you have discussions with your children, your family, sometimes you don't just make all decisions, by yourself. You have to get with your husband, your significant other, or your children. Let's talk about, vacation. Every year we go to south of Miami. I know COVID is opening up. Different things are opening up. It's not as bad, but it is still there. Let's talk about this. Let's brainstorm. Is that where we want to go this year? Or do we want to do something different? But it's what you talk about, how you talk about it, how you listen to others, how you receive their ideas, how you deliver your ideas, because you can have a fabulous idea, but if you cannot explain what it is that you definitely are talking about, then the other people will not get a full grasp of what it is that you're trying to tell them to do. Like, you may have an idea. I'll say, okay, so I got this idea. So I'm thinking, You know, with your yard. It'd be good if you had something automated that could cut your yard. I think that'll work. And then we could have less costs for the janitor. And everybody will be looking at you like, what is she talking about? However, if you said, no, I have this idea. How many know what I forgot what the thing called because I called mine Molly, but the duster, the Roomba that that vacuums your house. It does it automatically. Well, what if we could create something similar that would mow your yard? Then, we could purchase that or sell that to people. We could make millions of dollars, and who wouldn't want someone else cutting their yard? And why wouldn't the concept work? Just think about it. Who would have ever thought that you could get a robot to vacuum your house? It knows what room it's in. It goes in straight lines. It knows how to go around objects. If it gets stuck, it gives you a warning. Why can't we do the same thing with the lawnmower? Okay, that makes more sense than what I said before. So at least you would listen to me. And by the way, I came up with that because I heard somebody just created that. So they have a lawnmower that will operate and cut the yard. And it can do it at night. And they also say it's quiet so it doesn't disturb neighbors. So that's why I came up with that. But it is important to be able to work with all different types of personalities. Then you have to be diverse. This is a diverse world. So you have to be able to talk with people from different ethnicities, different ages, different genders. So it's all important in how we collaborate. Excuse me. Good morning, Gwen. Thank you for tuning in. So that was the third C. Our fourth C in being better and sixth step is our comrades. Our comrades. So who are we hanging with? Who are we hanging with? And I guess you say, now, how can somebody tell me who to hang with? I know who I want to hang with. Yeah, you probably do know who you want to hang with, but there's a person that is your comrade, your association. What have they done for you lately? Have they kept your phone hot with gossip? Have they beat down the person down the street that's struggling? Have they been on social media throwing shade on people? Have they tried to draw you into that? Are they always negative? Are they trying to pull you into a gang? Are they trying to get you to sell drugs? Do they like, libations? Are they trying to pull you into drinking with them because they like to drink every day of the week? What are your comrades doing for you? So yes, your associations are very, very, very crucial to you in your life. You don't want anything or anybody in your life that's going to pull you down. Remember, you can do bad all by yourself. You don't need any help with that. You need people around you that are trying to be somebody. They're trying to do something and they're trying to go somewhere. They say birds of a feather flock together. So you don't want to be with the crows. You want to be with those eagles because those eagles are always soaring high. And those other birds cannot fly as high as an eagle. So you want to be with those eagles. So it's okay to be cordial with everyone. And I do mean everyone. However, that does not mean that everybody has to be in your inner circle. You want people around you that are honest. And we talked about being credible. So we want people around us that are have good credibility. They're honest. They're trustworthy, because that's what we're trying to be. So those are the type of people we want around us. You know, we care what we put in our bodies. So that's what we want around us, because, you know, it hurts you when you are trying to eat the right things and people around you are like, well, go ahead and eat some more. It's not going to hurt you. It's just one time. But go ahead and eat it. But why you separating your food? Because this is enough for 3 people. I'm not going to eat it all. So why not go ahead and box it up now and just leave on my plate what I'm going to eat? Well, why are you doing that? You say it's good, eat it up, but I don't want to. So if they're going to nitpick and be negative and try to tell you what to do when you're doing something that's good for you, you don't need them. If they're always in your business, well, where your husband going today? Oh, he going to play golf? Oh, I thought he cut the yard on Saturday. That's not your business. So if you got somebody in your life trying to tell you what your husband need to be doing, they don't need to be in your circle. That's not their business. You need people that are there for you. Hey, I might not call you in a week, but you know, if you need me, pick up the phone. I'm here. You know, what do you have going on? But whatever you tell them, oh, that's great. You know, best of luck with that. They are pushing you into being whatever you want to do that's good for your life. They are not going to throw shade. They are not going to be hesitant. They're not going to try to get you to do something that's not of you. These are the type of people that you want around you. Especially, you know, sometimes like we've all been at one place in our lives and then you change. So even with our students, you may be someone that's been out there, you've been rebelling, you haven't been doing your schoolwork. And for whatever reason, you get a mentor or something, you start doing your schoolwork, you start trying to look better. So you're doing everything that you need to do because you want to go to college. And so you're really, really striving to have good grades and everything. And then those friends that you used to hang with, hey man, what you doing? We were looking for you to hang. We couldn't find you. We're going on the corner. Don't you want to go? Mm-mm. Those could have been your friends since you were in kindergarten. But if you're trying to go up and they're trying to stay down here, bye-bye. You can find some other friends on your level. Not to say you got to kick them out of your life, but you have to distance yourself. And everybody is not placed in our lives to just stay there all the time. We have people that come in and out of our lives for a reason, for a season. Now, some of those people come in and they kind of like do some damage. And you're like, oh, wow, why were they even in my life? Because they had to teach you something that God wanted you to know. And that was the only way that you were going to get that lesson. But they're gone now. So you cannot try to hang on to somebody because, well, you know, this is my friend. They were my friend forever. You don't have to let them go. There's telephone, there's social media, but you can handle them from a distance. You don't need them in your space, talking in your ear, trying to guide you and tell you what you need to do. All right? You need people that are trying to go where you're going, do what you're doing, be better. If you're trying to be better, those are the type of people that you want to associate with. Those are the associations that you want in your life. Good comrades, good people, trustworthy people, honest people, people that are not trying to be in gangs, people that are not just trying to gossip, people that are not out there to throw shade, people that, you know, not going to try to get you to go sell drugs. Joyride. Hey man, I got a new whip. Let's go for a ride. I'm gonna show you how fast this baby will go. Why? You don't know who else is going to be in that car, what they have in their pockets. Why put yourself in that situation? You could end up in trouble, end up messing up everything that you worked hard for. Remember, back with credibility, it can be gone just like that. So you have to be careful with those associations. And I don't have it on here because we're talking about those C's, but that's where you come in with your decisions. You have to think before you act. But remember, it's very, very important who you have in your space. Now, our next C, commitment. Commitment. Commitment means that you are dedicated to the cause. What are you committed to? You cannot go through life and not care about anything or anybody. There has to be something that you have a passion about. What is that passion that you have? Is it about being artistic? Learning to draw? Is it acting? Is it being an engineer? Is it medicine? Do you want to be in medicine? Do you want to be a nurse? Do you want to be a doctor? Do you want to be a pastor? Is it that you want to grow more in the Word, so that you want to do Bible study more? What is it that's going on in your life and you want to do it, but you need that commitment? It's not just something you do and then it's gone. Because when you have a passion for something, you will work harder at it. You'll try to do it more. You will have more of a commitment. Just like this platform, this is my passion. This is something that I really, really care about and I want to do. So it doesn't matter if I'm tired, if I'm sleepy, if I don't feel well. 6:30 on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'll be here. 9:30 on Saturdays, I'll be here. Because that's my passion. That's my commitment. I'm dedicated to the cause. So what are you dedicated to? If you're dedicated to children's ministry, that means that whatever it takes to make that children's ministry the best that it can be, you're committed to do that. So if you need to go to meetings, if you have to study the Word, if you are one of the facilitators, if you have to study that Word, you're going to do it. If you have to mentor some of the children that they are attempting to make leaders, and that's your position, you're going to be there in place for those children. They're not going to show up in brick and mortar on Zoom and you're not there. You're going to be committed to that. If you're at work and you join, I don't know, if you join United Way, they have a United Way campaign, and you're committed to United Way, then you're going to be at those rallies. You're going to have the materials that you need. If you see somebody and you haven't seen them in a rally, you're so passionate about that United Way and how it can help different organizations and therefore help different people that you're going to talk about it. You don't have to be in a meeting. Hey, have you been to a United Way campaign? Giving, that's an option. But I just want to tell you the facts about United Way. Did you know that if you give $5 every pay period, that you can provide milk for 10,000 children for the entire school year? Did you know that? And this is in the Head Start program, where we have our low-income families. But this is something that United Way does. So you're committed, so you're going to talk it up. So it's just whatever that you are. If it's Bible study, you're going to make sure that you carve at that time. So if you're in a class and it's on a certain day of the week at a certain time, you're going to have that carved out on your calendar. So if anybody calls you or something, you always check your calendar. Nope, sorry, I can't do it then. If it was like 30 minutes earlier or an hour after that, I would be glad to do that. But I have a commitment at that time. You're going to do it. If you sing in a choir, And you know, you have rehearsals on Thursdays at 6. You'll have that in your calendar. You can have that time carved out. Girl, we going out for drinks. They got this new place where you can have wine and hors d'oeuvres and just talk. You'll go with us? Yeah, if it was another day besides Thursday, but I can't Thursday. I'm committed to the choir. Oh, you can miss one rehearsal. I'm committed to the choir. You know, they may come up with a new song. You know, I'm just committed to that. I have to do it. So your commitment, once you give your word, and that ties back to your credibility and all of that, giving your word, it's your passion, you're committed, you'll be okay. And that's one thing that I think happens to a lot of people. You're not really committed to something and someone asks you to do it. Like you may have, it might be your manager, but it might be something that's volunteer, a volunteer project, and they ask you to do it, but it's something that you really don't like to do. Why would you say okay? You know, I really would do that. However, I know that because of XYZ, I would not be able to give that 100%. So next time you have a project, you know, hit me up, and I probably, if it's something different, be glad to take you up on that. But you know, I can't do this. Your pastor asks you, hey, I'm thinking about this new initiative. It's this. These are the, you know, I need somebody working with children, blah, blah, blah. If you know you don't like working with children, you don't like the be up at 9:30 when you have to be there to teach. Well, they start at 9:30, so you got to be there at 8:30. If you know that you don't have the time and commitment to study, to break stuff down on that level that class is going to have, if you know you really, now the older kids, if they were teenagers or young adults, I'd be okay. But those children, I don't want to do that. Why would you tell your pastor, okay? Oh, yes, sir, no problem, I'll do it. And then you're just so horrible at it. Just so horrible. Because you don't have that passion, that you're not going to be committed. Because that's not something that you have expertise in or you want to do. So, you got to be honest. You know, I would love to help you out. I will try to find someone else that, you know, would be a better fit for you. I don't want to leave you hanging. Now, I can volunteer a couple times, maybe once a month, until you get someone, but let me look around and try to help you find someone that I know will be a better fit. So it's different ways that we can do things, but that is another important C. So we talk about caring about yourself, credibility, collaboration, your comrades, and your commitment. Now, this last C is a big one for me. It is consistency. Consistency. It is conformity in the application of something. That's what the dictionary says. I say consistency is you have something that you're going to do and you continue to do it routinely. You don't slack up from it. You don't veer to the right or to the left. You don't forget. You're consistent with it. If it's on a certain day at a certain time, you do it. Just like I said, 6:30 on Tuesdays and Thursdays and 9:30 on Saturdays, I'm on here. That's consistency. I've been doing that from since I started it. Well, this year. I had different times last year. But that's my time that I slated out for 2021. So I'm consistent in doing that. Consistency is so important. There is nothing that turns me off more than to start something in an organization and they say, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to be doing this for a year. We're going to do this for the next 5 years, or we're going to be doing this until we go home. We leave here, you know, and you do it for a week or so, and then you don't do it anymore. And then 6 months later, somebody might say something and say, oh, yeah, you know what? We're supposed to be doing blah, 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 so we're going to start doing it again. That is not consistency. that drives me nuts. So if I'm going to do something, I have to do it and do it consistently. Like sometimes, my husband, we do prayer in the morning, but sometimes he leave before I get up. So I'll go ahead and pray. So if I think he's gone, I have a routine that I follow in the morning. I listen to my Our Daily Bread. I pray, and then I do my scriptures. Well, if I think he's not here, that's my routine I follow. Then he'll come and say, "Oh, did you pray?" Yes. Well, why did you pray? Because I have a routine and I'm going to be consistent in what I do. So, if you're not here, then I'm going to pray by myself. I'm not going to not pray. So that's my consistency. I'm going to do it every day. I'm going to be consistent doing it. So when you start something, be consistent. So if you say, "Oh, you know what? I think I'm going back to school. I'm going to start taking courses." Don't take one course and stop. You said you were going back to school. If you're going back to school, you're not going to take one course and stop. If you're going to take one course a semester, you take one course a semester. But you continue till you get to the end. That's consistency. If you say, what's another example? If you say I'm going to volunteer to do something for 6 months, I'll volunteer every Monday to come and help you. Every Monday for those 6 months, you need to do what? Go and help. They don't need to call you to ask you if you come in. You don't need to skip. You need to be there every Monday. That's consistency. Be consistent in what you do. And that is in all phases of your life. That's just not in volunteering or doing something for somebody else. Whatever you have a passion for, whatever you're doing, something to make your life better, do it consistently. When you do it consistently, then it becomes routine for you and you do it like you don't even think about doing it, It's like I'm going to pray, so I'm not even think about it, We're not doing family prayer, so I'm doing prayer, so I'm going to pray. So whatever you have that you do it routinely. It's just like, if you exercise, like I started walking because I don't exercise. So I had started walking. I was doing it every day. Well, it rained for a week. So guess what happened? I didn't walk because it was raining. So since then, that was in April. So since then, I think I've been walking 3 times. Why? Because it was not consistent. So once it rained, my excuse was, okay, it's raining, I can't go walk. Well, I could have. I got an umbrella and a raincoat. But I could have drug the treadmill out. But because I didn't do it consistently, I stopped. But if that was something I did every day, regardless, rain, snow, sleet, hail, if I was doing it, then it would be nothing. I would never miss. I would just do it consistently. If I could get up, I would be doing it. So those are some of the things that I think that are important in helping you to be better. Those 6 steps will help you be help yourself be better in those 6 steps. Those are 6 steps that I do believe will benefit you and help you feel better about what you're doing, make you feel like that your time is important, is key. Am I doing anything that is pulling me down? Everything should have me, hey, it's a good day. It's a good day. Keep that smile on your face. So remember the 6 steps that we talked about today, and please share this with someone. Please like this and share it with someone that you think it will help them. But those 6 C's are care about yourself. That's the whole body, brain, and body. Credibility. You want to be able to be trusted. Without your credibility, not so good. So you want to have great credibility. I can count on you. Collaboration, you want to be able to work with people of different ethnicities, different genders, different ages. You want to be able to work with people and do so in a great way. You can all get along and have great results. Your comrades, those people around you. You want to be able to be around those people that are going in the same direction you're going. They're trying to be something, be somebody, and go somewhere like you are. Those are the people that you want to have in your immediate circle. Yes, those other people, hello, how are you? Cordial and nice to them, but in your inner circle, watch who you have there. Commitment, always be committed to whatever it is that you put your name on it. Be committed to doing that. Even if it's something for yourself, be committed. And be consistent. Consistency is so essential in making sure that you're doing everything and doing it on a routine basis, so you will get into that pattern of doing it and will continue to do it. So I hope that these 6 steps, these 6 C's, have helped you this morning, or you can share it with someone that it will benefit them. I think they were key, and they have helped me. So please, please, please share. And I thank you for tuning in today. Please visit my website. If you go on my website, and a lot of times people ask me, well, how can I get to your videos? Well, you can go to Facebook and YouTube and put in Build Your Best Life and find me that way. I always think that the best way to, thank you, Sister Tony. I think the best way to find it, if you're going to tell somebody else how to get on, is to have them to go to my website, which is www.buildyourbestlife.org. And then if you scroll down on the home page, you will see the icons, logos for Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. If you click on those, it'll take you right to my page, and then you can get to the live videos, the posts that I do daily. Thank you, Miss Gwen. I'm glad y'all enjoyed it and it was helpful. All right, and also if you go on my website, you can read my weekly blog that comes out each Monday. You can find out more about the platform that I'm doing. Also, you can visit my website to get information on the services that I offer, which is consulting, speaking, coaching as well. We have my book out there, Build Your Best Life, which is basic principles that can assist everyone. That's young people, parents, grandparents, mentors, coaches, pastors, you name it. It's a resource for everyone. It has sections in the back for your goals, those things that you want to do, short-term, long-term, and other things in the back. Now is a great time to get an autographed copy as a gift for a grad or a dad. It's not too late. But to get your autographed copy, if you can visit my website, which is on the screen. Even if you are in the Bahamas, if you go to my website and order a book, you can get it quickly because Anastasia Smith has them in the Bahamas as well. If you like ebooks, Amazon.com has my book as an ebook. So again, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. On Tuesday at 6:30 p.m., we will have Pastor Fred Smith on. We'll be doing a leaders chat that's going to be interesting. He's been on before and he was fantastic. So please join us at 6:30 p.m. Tuesday Eastern Standard Time for Pastor Fred Smith as we chat about things that are going on. And as always, as you travel on your road to building a better you, you will run into distractions, rough terrain, detours, and pitfalls. Don't let any of these negative aspects of your journey stop you. Though they may slow you down, keep going to be a better you so that you can build your best life. Remember, Building your best life is our business. That's not a slogan. It's my commitment. Thank you. Be blessed. Have a great weekend. Again, happy Father's Day to all our fathers out there. Be blessed. Love you all.